Alright guys, I want to welcome you all to this new game I'm trying out called the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Apparently, I know nothing about this game at all. In fact, I didn't even play it. I didn't even check out any trailers for it. Or, like, I've seen very little bits and pieces of it. And what I do know of the game is that it will mess around with your head. Like, apparently from what I've heard, the narrator himself he'll try and confuse you. You don't have to follow exactly as the game tells you. You can play it your own way, something to that effect. I'm not certain, but from the way it came out, it just sounded fun to me. So I decided to give it a shot. So this is my first time playing, guys, and I hope you join me on this because I don't know what to expect. So if anything else, we're going to try it out, have some fun, and let's get to it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, we can step out now. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I'm getting the hang of the controls. It plays pretty much like, what's that game I played? Alright, forgetting. It was a horror game. It'll come back to me. Oh, it's empty. Nope, can't open that. Whoa, I thought I saw something. Nope. Can't open that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, apparently, whatever the narrator says, I can choose to listen to him or just go about it my way, from what I gathered. Can I pick this up? No? Wants me to go to the meeting room, but...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, there's no one here. Where's the meeting room? I guess it's up ahead. Oh, interesting windows you got here. All the paperwork is down. Can't open doors. I have no idea what the meeting room is. Or did I pass it? Was it that room earlier? Hold on. Hold on. Let me check one more time. Whoop. I wonder if this is like a mixed horror game as well. Is this the meeting room? No, that can't be the meeting room. Okay, I'm going back. We're going back. We're going back. Alright, so far this game's pretty interesting. I mean, we're missing my coworkers. I don't know what happened. Something mysterious, obviously. Can't pick up papers. Can I look at the drawers? Nope. Alright. A little isolating, a little lonely, but what's on this side?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I now? Nah. Alright, fine. For now, I'll listen to you, dude. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Okay, so what now? Oh, dark area. This is the meeting room. Cool.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Resent co. Thank you for skipping. Using slides to assure employees that everything's okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Okay. Well, hey. I don't know how that slider's still working, but... Broom closet. Can I open this door? Nope. Once it closes, it's locked for... Oh my gosh. Interesting.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Can I get some tools as weapons? I feel like... How about the broom? No? Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, for now I'm gonna go downstairs. Let's see what's what. Whoa, eerily red here. Fire hose. Hey.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh,
Then
crap.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I guess that didn't work.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Alright guys, so that was weird. I don't know what to make of that whole scene that just occurred, but... So I'm told this may be a dream, and yeah, it's a little confusing, but whatever, right? If anything, oh, so I just remembered the game that this reminded me of. It's Cry of Fear, like the controls and whatnot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, time to go to the meeting room again. Yeah, so when my character was like up in space and whatnot, I found that pretty cool. I was like, oh, so this is like a dream. And then the voice kept talking and it got really weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so this time I'm gonna kind of follow. I was gonna say I was gonna follow the voice, but you know what? Let's do this again. We're going to the right. We get him.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's the plan. Unless you're gonna take me to another room that looks very familiar again.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
What time is it here? 11:20. Okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it. You know, I don't have to listen to everything you say.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, fine. We'll do it your way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Is it nighttime? It looks like it's nighttime. No, it's still day. Well, you know what? I don't even know.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, well, we'll go this time to my boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. All the way up. This is what? Wait, this is weird. It went from everything's all wooden and red. Executive bathroom. I get to use the executive bathroom. Extreme bathrooms. Time magazine. Okay. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, whoa. Was that always there? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Let's try this again. I'm gonna turn around. It's still there. I feel like it wasn't there before. I'll rewatch it and see for myself. I'm pretty sure that writing wasn't on the wall. Where's your secretary? Oh wait, I was gonna say where's your secretary? Everyone vanished. Right. So weird.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, this is weird. You know, I still don't know what this game's about other than... Oh, the music changed. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm getting Cry of Fear vibes again. I don't like it. I don't have a weapon this time either. Can I at least get a flashlight? Red light? Down. You want me to jump down? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Can I go anywhere else? Follow my doom, huh? Can I call an elevator or something? Kinda don't want to fall. No? Alright. If I gotta fall, I gotta fall. Let's go. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna fall. Ooh.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
You know, at the very least... Oh my god. At the very least, I should be grateful I have company in the narrating voice, you know? What if the voice is leading me to my doom?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, well, that can't be good. Okay, here we go. Mind Control Facility or Escape. Escape is written in red. I don't like the idea of a mind control facility because, let's face it, if I go there, there's a very high chance I will be mind controlled myself. However, there is an escape route right here, and for some reason, that also seems like a fake out. Okay, you know what? Something tells me if I hit escape, I'm gonna end up back where I started. If I go to mind control, I'm probably still gonna end up where I started, but I need to learn some truths here, so let's go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. You want to know something odd, guys? I had like a kind of a dream that kind of turned into a nightmare, and it involved like these sets of television sets. So this is why it's a little eerie for me. Oh, okay. Do any of these things matter? Oh, another thing here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
So I should have escaped? Don't tell me I'm gonna kill someone if I press this button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know, it seems like it.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, cool. Alright, so we stopped it. Everything is offline. That's a good thing. Mind control done. Facility power. Mind control is idle awaiting input. Is someone else here besides me, though? Now, that's a question. Maybe there's someone else here, you know? Not just me.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
You know, he told me that when he told me there were still things I needed to solve, I'm like, that's true. But what's here?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, so it seems like I got two endings. The first one was not so cool. The other... Can I press something here? No? The other one was a nice ending, I suppose, but I wasn't able to solve the mystery as to why my coworkers...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, so... Now my goal is to figure out what's going on. Maybe I'll try the escape room next time.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. So, there seems to be many variables in
Yet
which
there was not
I
a
can,
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's many ways to go about this, so I'll figure it out. And how about here? Oh, I never went here before. Whoa. Whoa. Panda. People are mistreating animals here. That's disturbing. Alright, let's go up and check this place out. Clearly I have no idea where I'm going. But we have some comforting music here too. Why is that paper glowing? I can't get it. Is it an important file? Why do I have no feet? You know, this is a pretty interesting game. I'm still confused as to what's really going on here. I'm kind of glad there's no, you know, horror aspects that I don't know of yet. I felt like there would be, though. Wait, what if this elevator never ends? What if this elevator ride never ends? Oh, wow. No. I'm still in the same spot. Alright, let's go down. Maybe I was in the wrong way. Let's try again. Or maybe I was supposed to wait. But I felt like it was going on forever. Like, is this elevator a prop? Like, it's not really doing anything but making me think we're going somewhere? Like, the narrator isn't saying anything either. Alright, we're gonna give it a little, another minute or so, guys, and then I'm gonna back out of here. I think this is a lie. Yeah, okay, well, lie.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so this time, I'm going to go to the escape route instead. And then, I think in the next one, I'm gonna activate the mind control. But what would be the point, right? Because there's no one to mind control other than myself. Unless I'm already being mind controlled, you know?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Really? Yeah, let's find out.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Oh, no, we're going down. No. Let's see what's here.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Whoa, what is this? The heck? Holy cow. Oh, I thought I was dead. Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
That's how I'm gonna die.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh,
Farewell, Stanley.
goodbye, world. Come on, speed through. No!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? Okay. That was weird. Stanley. The Stanley Parable. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So there's two narrators. Interesting. Quite the odd game this thing is. Oh, wait, whoa, what is this? This is a new area.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
That explains why I have no feet. Okay. Interesting. So, what, I'm a spirit? I'm a soul? The office. The two doors. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Huh. Oh, are we seeing credits here? Oh, interesting. Model design. The developers were very creative at how they did this. What's downloading here? I can't read that. Filing cabinets. Nothing here. Interesting. Alright, I'll go this way. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Okay. Where are my fellow coworkers? Warzone. It's like a museum. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of the people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Okay. Interesting, interesting. It's always, this game is very, it's unique. I'll give it that much. And what is this projector? Whoa, wait, was that my name earlier? James Irvin, how's the games? How's the game going? I hope it's as good or better for the first one. You are rock. How often does this thing switch off? Let me see. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked, could you tell me what the significance of the number 111-2800 is? Oh, let me remember that. Alright, wrote that down. Lance Perkins, for instance. Were you born with a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician to receive it? And finally, the most important question. Oh, man. Congratulations, congratulations. Alright, we're gonna... So I wrote down a number. I don't know, a code of sorts. The lounge. What is that? What is that? Oh, oh. Apartment timer. So the phone's gonna ring once the apartment goes off. I mean, the timer goes out. Oh, reset. Meeting room. One option. Number 2 option. Okay, so we got the maintenance, obey, disobey, first choice. Is this like a hint as to what I'm supposed to do? Oh, there's a vent here. 2 options, 1 option. Okay, so from the maintenance, I can go to the vent. How? Wait. Alright, this is interesting. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, what was that? Did something slip under? This game is F. Oh, what, wait. What? Stop doing that. We're gonna do this again. Ah, okay. Alright, hold on. I can't move. You gonna do it again? Go ahead. This game is weird. There you go. Can I press the button? No? I can't? Nah, alright. That was fun.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Wait, 2?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now.
Do I listen to her, or do I just keep going and die? Let's keep going.
It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay, so she wasn't lying to me. I was thinking that the voice and the second narrator was trying to screw me over, you know? Alright, you know what, guys? This this has been rather interesting, you know? I found it kind of fun too, but if anything, I'm going to end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, this time, well, you know, if I hit escape, then I leave the game. Does that mean the game will be different when I come back to it? Like, I'll follow her advice that time, the next time we try, but we'll see. So if anything else, again, guys, thank you all. Until the next one.